Hey, hello there. Hola, ¿cómo estás? My friends and amigos from all over the world. Once again, it's your friend, your man, Globe Master Yao Fosu, back at you one more game. Now, today, my topic may be a little bit controversial, but not too controversial, right? The topic is about the elephant in the room, okay? Racism. Now, this first one I'm about to do about racism is going to be about actually three parts. This is going to be the first one. The first one is going to be about are Asians racist towards foreigners that come to their countries? Okay, let me repeat myself. Are Asians racist towards foreigners that come to their country? Now, from a black man's perspective, since I've traveled through major parts of Asia, I am going to let you in on the experiences that I had throughout my travels in Asia. Get it? So now the first question that any human being should ask is, take a look at yourself. Look at yourself, the man in the mirror. Are you racist? And the answer is yes. Every human being on this planet, some way, somehow, is racist. They may not want to admit it, but it's true. Okay? Now, as human beings, we have three phenotypes of human beings. Okay, you have the majority being the Asiatic. And when I say Asiatic, I'm talking about the Mongoloid race. Okay, I'm talking about any person that look Chinese is considered the Mongol, Mongol heritage, Mongol race, period. Okay? All right. Now, the second race is obviously anybody that look like me. It's called the Negroid. The the Negroid race. Okay? The Negroid phenotype, if you look like me. And the third is the Caucasoid, the white man. The white man, the ones that white man, I don't want to get too nasty here. The enslavers, the ones that build nuclear bombs and stuff like that, what I'm saying? Anyway, so these are the three phenotypes of human beings. Okay? Now, if you are Hispanic or Indian or Arab or whatever, you belong to one of these three phenotypes, because being Indian is not a race, being Hispanic is not a race, okay? Being Arab is not a race. You either belong to the Caucasoid race or the Mongoloid race. You belong between one of them. Okay, and there are also Hispanics that are mixed with Negroid and Caucasoid. So there's only three phenotypes of human beings, okay? No matter where you come from in this world, you belong to one of those three phenotypes. Says who? Says me, Yao Fosu. All right? Now, let's see what I can say about this. Why are human beings racist? Ask yourself that question. Why? Now, the first thing that comes to my mind is fear. Fear of the unknown. Fear of somebody that don't look like you. Fear of somebody that seems totally opposite to you. It's just a natural thing. It's fear. Okay? Fear is the main reason why people are racist towards people that don't look like them. All right? Now, growing up here in New York City, for example, since I'm talking about Asians, right? The only thing I knew about Asians is they're all Chinese. That's what we knew. I mean, that's what I know. That's what most people growing up here in New York City knew. Anybody that was Asiatic looking was Chinese. Okay? For example, my kids, when my kids were babies, we had a doctor, Dr. Concepcion. This man was a Filipino. But we didn't know the difference between the Filipino and the Chinese and this and that. We used to call him we used to say, "Oh, we're taking the kids to the Chinese doctor." Right? The grocery store, the fruit market store down the block, they were Koreans. I mean, they still are Koreans. But what did we call them? We called them the Chinese market. Because that's all we knew. We didn't know the difference between Koreans and Chinese. Anybody that with an Asian phenotype was called Chinese to us. You see that? If you get the point I'm trying to make here, right? What other reason can I give? Like, for example, right here in New York City, most of the Chinese restaurants we go to, right? We think they are Chinese, but majority of them are not even Chinese. They are Vietnamese. That's cooking Chinese food. So you go to a Chinese restaurant thinking you're eating Chinese food. You're actually eating, majority of them are Vietnamese people that are doing the cooking for you to eat. All right? So now let's move on to number 2. The second reason why most people are racist is ignorance. Ignorance, okay? Just like I was talking about, if you don't know certain things about certain people, you assume they're all the same. Okay? We thought all Asians were one people, when in fact, a Japanese in the north is entirely different from a Malaysian in the south. Okay, even though phenotypically they are the same race, they are entirely different people. Okay, a Korean and a Filipino, entirely two different people, but they are the same race. You get what I'm saying? Look, an Asian living in Asia, whether in Japan or China or whatever, if they see me, they just see an African. It's hard for American blacks in China to explain to them that, no, we actually are Americans, because all they know is a black man is an African. I mean, they are 100% right, but after 500 years of black people being taken away from Africa into the Americas, a lot has changed. A lot of blood has been mixed and this and that. But they don't know that. I mean, for example, China has only been open to the world since like maybe early 1990s. Most Chinese people, I've been to China twice, and majority of Chinese people, if they see you, somebody that look like me, especially like in Beijing, right? They'll be on some sneak tip taking pictures, because a lot of them don't get to see us. You understand? It's ignorance. They don't know anything about us. Right? Now, the third reason why people are racist is what I'll call superiority complex. Okay? And what else? And stereotypes. Superiority complex. Listen, every human being think they are better than the other. A white man will look at a black man and say, hey, I'm better than this black person. A black person will look at a white man and say, hey, I'm better, I'm stronger, physically healthier than you, so I'm better than you. You know, an Asian will look at a white man and say, you know what? Maybe the white man is taller, but I'm a whole lot wiser than the white man. And the white man will look at the Asian man and say, hey, you know what? I'm superior because I'm bigger than you and I build things and this and that. You know? So superiority complex is part of the reasons why human beings are racist. Okay, now, I have traveled through Asia and I'm going to list about 4 or 5 countries and tell you the kind of experiences I had dealing with racism in Asia. And also, as a black man, these countries, your chances of getting laid in these countries, I mean, it's not really part of the topic, but I'm going to add it to it anyway. All right? So, let me see. What are stereotypes? Some of the stereotypes that we look at when we deal with other races. Like, for example, 20 years ago, I never saw myself as a black man dealing with an Asian woman. But that's what I'm doing right now. I mean, 20 years ago, we used to see the Asians here in New York, the Chinese girls, and we'd be like, ah, look at your flat asses. You're so tiny, this and that. It still goes on today. Okay? Let me give you one example. Do you know my girl, her brother, before he got the chance to meet me, right? My girl actually told me this. Her brother asked her, so your boyfriend is black. Do that mean he has big lips? So, you see, basically they think all black people have these humongous, lips. I mean, some of us do, I have one very good friend of mine. Woo! He got these humongous lips, but that's a different story. Okay, so this is some of the things I'm talking about. Every man look at themselves as superior. If when I'm in Asia, right? Everybody look almost the same, right? So me looking different make me look like the alien. Why? When they're here, okay, if an Asian go to Africa, him looking different make him look like the alien. Do you get the point I'm trying to make here? Okay. So let me see what I can add to this. I think let's get started with some of the countries that I've been to and some of the experiences that I had. Okay, I'm gonna jump. First one is Japan. Okay. Now, my experience with Japanese is, of course, like I said, racism exists in every country in the world. But the Japanese, their form of racism is like a very respectful way, Like, they can politely tell you, oh, we are sorry, but this restaurant is only for Japanese. And they will bow to you. It's racist, but the way that they will put it to your face, it's not rude. Or they can even say, hey, I'm sorry, but this restaurant is reserved for one Japanese family. So basically they're saying, hey, you cannot come in here, but they're putting it in a way that is reserved for some people already. So you have no choice but what? To move on. Okay. Japanese racism is like, how would I say it? It's it's very easy. you know, is very, very easy. You know, I mean, like, if I, if I can recall, like being called Gaijin. Gaijin means, I don't know if it means Negro or foreigner or whatever, but Gaijin, I used to hear that a lot. But it wasn't said to you in a racist way, like you nigger or whatever. You know, it wasn't nothing like that. So, you know, look, of all the Asian countries that my feet has touched in this world, Japan is one of my favorites. So I can't possibly say anything negative about Japan. Only thing that comes to my mind is they are respectful. So are they racist? Yeah, some are. I mean, every human being is. They are racist, yes, but in a respectful way. All right. Let's move on to let me see. Okay, what about chances of getting laid in Japan? Now, I cannot speak for the white guys, okay? Because when it comes to Asia, you know, believe it or not, white guys have advantage over us because of their lighter complexion. But there are some Japanese women, you know what I'm saying, that will F you on the down low, but you will never meet your family. That I know for sure. Okay? So, chances of you getting laid in Japan as a black man, I would say 30%. 30%. Like, I would say 3 out of every 10 Japanese women, right time, right place, will give it up. All right? Let's move on to second country. Now, Korea. Now, I'm speaking of South Korea since my feet has never touched ground in North Korea and probably never will. So, you know, I can't speak for all the entire Koreans, North and South, but I'm talking about South Korea here. Now, South Korea racism is there, but it's subtle. You know, it's subtle racism. It's like, you could have some kind of experiences like in South Korea, like you could sit in the train and, you know, the train could be packed, but to your left and to your right, nobody's sitting next to you. I'm serious about that. You know what I'm saying? Like you smelled bad or something. Nobody would sit next to you. So, you know, it's there. Okay? Now, Korean women, I'm trying to make it a little faster now because I don't want to make this video too long. Chances of a black man getting laid in Korea, I'll say about 20%. Like 2 out of 10 women. Just like Japan. Oh, they will F you. You know what I'm saying? But you will never meet the family. Right? Let's move on to number 3. The big old Ching Chong, China. Now, whew, China, I'm not going to lie about it, okay? China is in your face. I'm not afraid to tell the truth. It's in your face. They are racist. Okay? It's there. Even traveling from America to China, the minute you step in their airline, if you ever fly Air China, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? You step in the plane, you right away you know, whoa, half of my rights is gone because I'm in communist country right now. Okay? They don't play. It's in your face. They don't hide it. They don't beat around the bush about it. They don't like you. They don't like you. They'll let you know. China, you see people pointing at you. Oh, you know, they will point at you. Okay? Taking pictures of you in a rude way. You know, it's there. It's there. Okay, now, mostly in the north, you know, the Mandarin speaking people, I'm talking about like Beijing. The racism is there. Now, in the South, the Cantonese speaking people like in what is it called? Guangzhou. Guangzhou, big up to my Nigerian friends. There's some Nigerians in Guangzhou and they're doing a lot of knocking up Chinese women out there. I mean, let me give them 2 thumbs up for that. They are knocking them down left and right. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Now, I gotta be honest though. As a foreigner, chances of smashing a Chinese girl in China, as a black man, is probably like 10%. 1 out of 10. Very rare. If she's a hooker or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy place to get laid. So, you know what I'm saying? Move on. Okay? Beautiful country, yeah, but the racism is there. All right, let me move on from China. Let me go to my favorite country in Asia. Number 4 is the Philippines. Now, I gotta be careful what I say here because my girlfriend is Filipino, okay, and pretty much her family has adopted me. All right, but is there racism in the Philippines? The answer is heck yeah. I mean, I will make it nice. I would say it's 50-50. I would say about 50% of Filipinos are racist. Oh, yeah. Okay? And the other 50 are very friendly. I mean, I think that it's just the way it is, and I got to be honest about it. Okay? Some people in the Philippines are very racist. I remember one time, my girl and I, we went to this bakery, and this old woman sitting there with the lady that was pretty much, I mean, the bakery owner. So now she saw me, she started saying in Tagalog, "Oh, mucho negro, no, mucho negro." So and I'm like, yo, I mean, this don't even have to be Tagalog. This is because Tagalog have a lot of Spanish in it. Now mucho negro, just in case you don't know what it means very, very black. No, very, very black. No. So, and the funny thing is, I'm not even that dark of a black man. You know what I'm saying? So it's there. At the same time, you got Filipinos that see you. I'm talking men and women that want to hug you. You know what I'm saying? Show you love, this and that. So racism is everywhere. So the Philippines, I'll give it 50-50. Now, as a black man, your chance of getting laid in the Philippines, I'll say about 30 to 35%. Slightly a little bit bigger than Japan. You know what I'm saying? Filipino women love foreigners. I'm not gonna lie to you, they love foreigners. But the truth is, majority of Filipino women that date foreigners date white men. It's just the truth. Ain't no need to lie about it. Majority. If you have 10 Filipino women that are dating foreigners, 8 of them will be dating white men. I mean, there are also some Filipinos that date exclusively like Japanese and Korean men. That's another topic. But I'm talking about between black and white. Majority of them like the white man. Maybe it's for financial reasons, and also the thing is in the Philippines, dark skin is not really accepted as form of beauty there, because you could see a very dark skinned, beautiful Filipina, but she could barely get a good job because her skin is dark. It's there. In the Philippines, you could watch TV and they are selling skin lightening soaps and skin lightening lotions right on the TV. Advertisements showing, hey, skin white lotion, this and that. So it's there. Okay? So Philippines, you got a greater chance of getting laid than Japan. All right, now let me move to number 5. Number 5 is good old Thailand now. Whew. Now Thailand is some way, somewhat, racism is there, but it's somehow, some way, it's like, it's almost like Japan, you know, it's there, but in a respectful way. You know what I'm saying? In a respectful way. Thailand is a beautiful country. One of the most beautiful countries in Asia. But my personal experience that I saw over there is like, maybe I should leave that for another topic. But if you're a black man, chances of you getting laid in Thailand is extremely high. Yeah, I could say maybe close to 50%. I mean, I'm not a genius to tell the exact number, but I would say about 45 to 50%. Because in Thailand, dollar talk. If you got the dollars, you know what I'm saying, the right place at the right time, yeah. Your skin color won't mean nothing. Even if you're fat, you'll get laid, okay? Now, there are some countries in Asia that, due to religion and cultural, you know, ways, whatever, I would personally not recommend for you to like, it's beautiful to see, but I won't recommend if you're trying to get laid or, you know, or have a good time. First country is Indonesia. You know, that country is like, half of that country is like Saudi Arabia, you know. Most women are walking around with hijabs and, you know, whatnot, you know. It's just, even you'll be afraid to even dare approach some of these women, you know. Malaysia too, some parts of Malaysia is very Islamic. You know, Brunei, there's some countries that it's just not a good place for, if you want to have like nightlife or, you know, if you are going out there strictly for business, you will enjoy yourself. But if you're going there for pleasure, I won't recommend. All right. Now, if you're Asian, do not, let me repeat this. Do not think I'm picking on you with this subject, because I will do another video about are white people racist? Okay? Are Caucasians racist? I'll do that video. And then after that, I'll do a video, are black people racist? Yes. Are Negroids racist towards other races? I'm going to do all of them. Okay? So now, my name is Yao Fusu. If this is the first time you come across this channel, check my channel out. Hit the subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Just join my family. We're growing little by little. Let's push it up there, all right? Take good care of yourself. Love you. Do.